Hi there BookTube, it's Janet, and today I've got my January wrap up and catch up. First with my catch up is I've just got a few books to show you that have arrived. You might have noticed in a previous video when my husband bought my Christmas presents, he just goes on my Amazon wish list, adds everything into the basket and never looks whether they are pre-order or out at the time of Christmas, and then when they come he pays the children to wrap them up. So since Christmas, a few things have arrived through the post and he has no idea whether he's got things still on order or not, so it's a nice surprise. So a couple of things have arrived, which, you know, I'm quite happy for Christmas to continue forever. So although I'm not buying books myself, books keep arriving. So the first one I've got to show you, which I was really thrilled to get actually, is the new Caitlin Doughty book, and this is From Here to Eternity, Travelling the World to Find the Good Death. And Caitlin Doughty has the Ask a Mortician YouTube channel, which is absolutely brilliant. I read a previous book, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, and it was one of those books that I couldn't put down. So I was absolutely thrilled to get this beautiful hardback. This is where Caitlin is telling you about all the different practices around death rituals around the world. She's got things like rural Indonesia, she observes a man clean and dresses grandfather's mummified body. It just says, with curiosity and morbid humour, Doughty introduces us to inspiring death care innovators, participates in powerful death practices almost entirely unknown in the West, and explores new spaces for mourning. And so for me, I'm really interested in this subject. I'm a little bit morbid myself. I love anything to do with this kind of thing. I don't know what that says about me, so I'm really keen, and I was really thrilled to get that one. I also got the second volume of Wires and Nerves, and this is the graphic novel version of the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, and I think this obviously takes the tale to the next level after volume 1, which I've not read yet either, but I have got. So I'm really thrilled to get this one. Quite a thick chunky book, beautiful cover. It's all sort of like a muted blue palette inside, so I'm quite keen to read that one, particularly as I've still not read Winter, because I have this morbid fear of big books, and I absolutely love the series, and so I don't know why I'm putting it off, because I'm probably going to love it because I've loved the first 3 books. So I think if I read volumes 1 and 2 of this, it'll just get me back into it, catch me up, and then I will go in and get Winter read. And the third book I've got to show you is my Bookopoly gift. So as you know, Ella and I are doing Bookopoly together, and so we buy each other 1 book a month just as a little treat off our wish list. So my book for January from Eleanor is The Hiding Places by Catherine Webb, and I love historical fiction, and this is a compelling tale of murder and deceit with a twist you won't see coming. One hot summer in 1922, a house at the heart of the village, a crime that will shock the community, a man accused and 2 women with everything to lose. When Donny Cartwright is accused of murder, his sister Pudding, ooh, I love that name, is determined to discover the identity of the real killer. Together with newcomer Irene, she begins to uncover the truth, a secret that has been buried for years. But when they happen upon a strange object hidden in the past, they realise it will change everything. And this is just sort of like, I love historical fiction, but obviously it's got a bit of a murder mystery as well, so that is just right up my street, so I cannot wait to read that one. So now I'm going to tell you how I've got on with January. I read 9 books in January, and I was absolutely thrilled to read those 9 books. I read 6 4-star books, 2 3-star books, and 1 2-star book. So not too bad. Still that elusive 5-star book. I've not had that yet this month, but hopefully very soon that will happen. I read a total of 2,354 pages, and I'm really thrilled with what I've done this month, so I'll tell you how that equates to Bookopoly. I read 1 contemporary literature book, and that was The Little Tea Shop of Lost and Found by Tricia Ashley. So that is my first light blue square on the Monopoly board. I read 1 orange book, and that is Thrillers and Crime, and that was Murder on Christmas Eve, a set of short stories. I read 2 red books, and that is my sci-fi and fantasy section, and that was Every Heart a Doorway and Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Sean Ann Maguire. I have managed to read the whole of my 1, 2 and 3 yellow squares, so I've now got the complete set, and yellow is non-fiction. So for this I had 2 audiobooks, How to Be Champion by Sarah Millican, and Where Am I Now by Mara Wilson, and I also read Hunger by Roxane Gay. So I've got my complete set. So I'm on for houses next with non-fiction. And I read one green, and that is literary fiction, and that was Our Endless Numbers Days by Claire Fuller. So that equates to £2. My little money box jar is empty, but it's going to have a little £2, so we're off to a good start for the book fund. So as well as doing the property squares, we've also got the Chance of the Community Chest squares. One of those was Our Endless Numbered Days by Claire Fuller, which was the Chance card, and that was new to you authors, which I've read. The second one was the Community Chest, and I've numbered those, and I'm going to pick this month's out in a second. But that is to read a book that was recommended to you by a booktuber. Now, I've started reading The Scandal by Frederick Backman, which is known as Beartown in the USA. I'm about 60 pages in and I'm not enjoying it. I'm finding it's just all talk about ice hockey and nothing seems to be happening, and it's not making me want to pick it up. So I'm on the cusp of DNFing it. So if you've got any encouragement to say stick with it, it will get better, it does start to pick up, that would be great. Or if you recommend actually it's not really going to get any better, then it's going on the DNF pile. So I'm a little bit wavering on that one at the minute. So now I'm going to pick my chance on my community chest cards. So these have been pre-shuffled. So this month's chance card is, it's got a green smiley. So that is read a book with your favourite colour on the cover. I've just had a quick rifle through my shelves to find a book that I fancy to read with green on the cover. So I have picked off The Trail of Broken Wings by Sejal Badani. And you see it's green. When her father falls into a coma, Indian-American photographer Sonia reluctantly returns to the family she'd fled years before. Since she left home, Sonia has lived on the run, free of any ties, while her soft-spoken sister Tricia has created a perfect suburban life, and her ambitious sister Marin has built her own successful career. But as these women come together, their various methods of coping with terrifying history can no longer hold their memories at bay. Buried secrets rise to the surface as their father, the victim of humiliating racism and perpetrator of horrible violence, remains unconscious. As his condition worsens, the daughters and their mother wrestle with private hopes for his survival or death, as well as their own demons and buried secrets. So that looks quite deep and interesting. So that's the one for my chance card this month. And next, my community chest card is book 7. So these are books that have been recommended by booktubers that I've seen on channels. Now I picked them all off my shelf, wrapped them up, and so I'll go and find out what number 7 is. This is number 7 that my husband randomly numbered after I wrapped the book, so let's see what it is. This is A Boy Made of Blocks by Keith Stewart, and this is I think very popular amongst the booktube community. This was recommended to me by Eleanor from Eleanor Reads Books, and I actually think she bought me this as one of my shelf slam books for last year, so she was probably really keen that I read it. It's a father who rediscovers love. Alex loves his wife Jodie but has forgotten how to show it. He loves his son Sam but doesn't understand him. He needs a reason to grab his future with both hands. A son who shows him how to live. Meet 8-year-old Sam. Beautiful, surprising and different. To him the world is a frightening mystery, but as his imagination comes to life, his family will be changed for good. A Boy Made of Blocks is a beautiful, funny and uplifting story of family and love inspired by the author's own experiences of his son. We'll crack on with these and let you know how I'm getting on in my wrap-ups. So I will see you all soon, booktube. Keep reading. Bye!